What is good swim lane etiquette? The more you're around, the longer you're in the sport, the faster you're gonna be. You avoided seeing my nipples for minutes on end. Morning, Trainiacs. So being the, in this lane, swim speed challenge swimmer that I am, 6:09 400 meter time trial, and I'm the slowest. It's brutal. Somebody, I can't remember who her name was, but thank you for this emailed in question, asked what is good swim lane etiquette? And the benefit to that as a triathlete is that even though you're like literally not doing anything that'll make you any faster, being a better swim lane partner is gonna make you a more enjoyable person to swim with. Odds are you'll get invited out to more swim groups, swim meets. People are gonna wanna have you around more. You're gonna have more time because they're gonna enjoy you more. So it's just gonna kind of keep you swimming more because you'll be more a part of that community. And that community in all of fitness has been found to be the sticky thing that keeps people involved. And the more you're involved, the more you're around, the longer you're in the sport, the faster you're gonna be. So, swim lane etiquette right after I actually go and do a swim and am not a pylon. All right, okay, let's go do it. So how this is happening here, with these guys coming down that lane and us going up essentially into their wake, exact opposite of what you want. Yeah, it's just that we started going up this lane one day and never changed. Do as I say, not as I do, man. That was no picnic. Coach Pat has got me doing like a big reach out and then making sure that I'm all the way back, thinking that I'm pushing out like back by my knee. That added 20% of a stroke. It's like I've done a zillion lat pull downs. Allow me to save your eyes and cover up my nipples. I actually know for a fact that if my nipples are on screen for longer than about 20 consecutive seconds, viewership drops. Facts. Okay, so for starters, lane etiquette basically begins by picking the right lane. Typically, in most lanes, they're organized from one end to the other, going slowest to fastest, fastest to slowest. If you can get yourself in the right lane so that you're not passing too many people or not being passed, lane etiquette is gonna be really easy. So start off with that. Know what your 100 meter time is. So if you go to another pool and all of a sudden you've got to talk to a coach and you're like, hey, what lane do I go in? They're gonna say something like, well, what's your 100 meter time? Now you can tell them. But if you end up in a lane like I am, where we've got some really fast swimmers and some really slow swimmers, that's where lane etiquette comes into play. So let's say that in my case, you're getting passed. What will typically happen and what should happen, proper lane etiquette starts with when somebody is going to pass you, they will come up and they'll just touch your toes lightly. And that's a signal to get the F out of the way. What you do is go off to the side when you get to the end of the lane and you just wait. You wait for them to pass you. Now, if on the other hand, you're the one doing the passing, you do the reverse. You go in and you touch the toes, you make sure that they're pulling off to the side because some people are just plain jerks and you'll touch toes and they won't let you pass. Don't force that pass at the wall. Make sure that they're off to the side because what might happen is if you touch toes and you're intending to pass and you're not waiting to make sure that they're off to the side, you could have somebody turning around while you're going off to the side of them and boom! That is the worst thing. That is what we're trying to avoid. Head injuries in a pool, life and death situation. So safety first. Make sure that somebody's off to the side before you go and pass. If, however, they're just outright not letting you pass, but you still need to pass them, make sure that you're doing it in the middle of the lane. Don't do it when you're pushing off the wall. Don't do it when you're coming into the wall. Make sure you're doing it in the middle and don't go too far out. Just hug them. And if you need to push them a little bit into the lane rope, that's their problem, not yours. The last thing you want to do is go way far out and come into oncoming traffic. Again, And then in general, if you're in a group workout, make sure you know the workout and you're not constantly like, oh, what is it? What is it? What's the workout? What are we doing? What are we doing? If you don't know what it is and people are going off, just follow them. You'll be able to figure it out. And then second, know the time intervals. Don't be sitting there like waiting, missing time intervals, holding up people in behind you. There you go, Trainiacs. Now you know proper swim lane etiquette. You know how swim etiquette is gonna make you faster, and you avoided seeing my nipples for minutes on end. Wins all around. It's gonna be a good day starting out that way. As always, Trainiacs, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you know somebody that has bad lane etiquette, best thing you can do, like in life, share this with them.